Long time no see, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to some more videos. And man, I've been wanting to do this video for a very long time. I appreciate you guys clicking on the video. We're going to be talking about BBTAG today. BBTAG is a game that I absolutely love, and just the simple fact of 4 different franchises, of 4 different games that I love, or 3 games and a show, all cross over together to fight it out and duke it out in a 2v2 battle game or tag game is awesome. However, there are some things that kind of fell flat in terms of the just the different single player modes that are in there, and just a whole bunch of things that I wish they could have done differently, or they could have just kind of giving it a little bit more time to cook in the oven for it to come out a really amazing product. But due to the fact of, you know, possibly being rushed and getting it out possibly before Evo, we're not going to get into the actual specifics as to why it came out this way. What I want to talk about mostly today is to go over different changes that I would make personally to BBTAG to be able to make this a very much more pleasant fighting game experience. Right now, the game is very much surviving solely on the gameplay and the competitive scene, and just the people that want to see this game succeed, myself included. But I would love to talk about these changes that I mentioned that would make this just a very awesome fighting game to just tell everybody to get, just because it has some really cool things to it. Whether or not they actually go through with some of these changes, or maybe repackage it similar to what they did with Street Fighter V as a better package overall, like a BBTAG Arcade Edition, you know, because it's coming out for arcades. But nonetheless, let's actually go over these changes. I'm actually pretty excited to be talking about this. Just thinking about these different changes and the different things that you could do with BBTAG makes me very excited, and I hope that you guys agree with most of these changes that I would do. So let's get into it. Number 5, I think we all agree that the story for BBTAG was pretty mediocre. I got into it, and they had some really fun interactions, granted. However, the overall plot for the story was kind of meh, but I'm willing to overlook that if you have some really cool moments in there with the different characters from the different franchises. That being said, we're missing a huge part of the roster from the actual story mode. So if they can somehow like incorporate some sort of a DLC story mode, including all the DLC characters, including the 20 missing characters from the story, and also the newer ones that are coming in, like Heart and possibly the 6th franchise. Seeing all these people interact would be so much fun. Seeing Hakumen interact with Yuzu, or seeing Seth interacting with, I don't know, like who else is edgy in the game, right? I don't know, what is this, Kanji maybe? I don't, like, just, you know, different interactions like that. Teddy seeing all the different BB waifus, because BBTAG is infested with waifus. I mean, he'd have a blast. The interactions would be super funny. And that's another thing that people are really wanting to have back as well: gag reels. One of the pinnacle things about the Blazblue stories, I'm not really familiar with the Blazblue story, but what I do know is that they have the infamous gag reels. Different like alternate scenarios where they go like completely off the rails and start mentioning some complete nonsense. Like there's a gag reel where Jin goes into an island and the island starts speaking to him, and he starts making just different mirages of his brother who he's obsessed with, and he wants to kill every single one of them. Or talk about a scenario where Platinum goes on like an adventure, like more like a crusade, to extinguish everybody who has gigantic, enormous tatas. You know, it's just she's part of like a flat chest club, and they go out to kind of make fun, or to kind of, you know, slash away all the big boobed evil. These are super outrageous and not canonically in the story. However, they are super fun off the rails. They're just fun to watch. My personal favorite is the heart glasses, where Ragnar wears the heart glasses and literally every chick in existence becomes wet for him. It's hilarious. Girls falling through roofs, chicks coming through windows, people cooking everything for this man just to get the D. It's just good fun, man. It's just good fun. I think the interactions and incorporating these DLC characters, adding some gag reels, would add some magic into the story mode. And come on, even with the story mode, they kind of got lazy with that. It's just like straight up portraits with text on them. I mean, you could think of a couple scenarios, can't you, Mori? I mean, it's not that hard. I can do some right now. Teddy walks in a bar, sees Yuzu, sees, let's see, New 13, and sees freaking Chia right there, and they're all having tea or some crap like that. He goes in, he starts flirting with them. Yuzu takes out, slashes the head. There's nothing there, but out pops human Teddy. Oh, that was a close one, ha ha ha. I can make this stuff all day. Or like a gag reel where like, you know, Lynn and S are interacting with each other. Lynn is like 1,000,000 years old and S is like 2 years old or something like that. Don't quote me on that, but I think she's super young. I mean, the body's not super young, but like she's like a creation and she's like 2 years. Anyways, but yeah, they like kind of have like this dispute as to like, I'm super old, but like looks really young, and I'm super young, but looks kind of old, you know, with, yeah. So anyways, I think that would be fantastic to have in the story mode. I think it would add a lot of charm and definitely would spark a lot of interest for a lot of people because they want to see these gag reels and these interactions with all these different franchises. Moving on to number 4, I think this is a pretty good one. Just to add, you know, a little quality of life changes to the BBTAG system, and that's of course the online modes. I think in particular Arc System Games needs to do a few more online modes and to be able to kind of expand beyond and kind of expand and broaden and kind of fill the online experience with a little bit more finesse than just, you know, just straight up 1v1s. For example, how cool would it be to have like a King of the Hill mode in BBTAG? I think that would be a really fun thing to do, to be able to do King of the Hill, knock out the king and such. I've been playing MK11, so King of the Hill is a super fun mode. Also having possibly a training mode where, you know, 2 players can go into a training mode and kind of teach each other, or maybe even have an infinite fight in BBTAG. How crazy would that be? Just non-stop, just straight up. If you want to have a match where all you do is 5B with Gordeau and that's all you do, you can't do anything else, just 5B, maybe reverse beat into 2A, that's all you do, and you try to hit each other and such, and you can like reset and you can just keep going and work on your neutral forever. You know, don't worry about life training or anything like that. That would be super fun, but mostly of course for the training, you know, trying to do like combos online and such. Anyways, also like team battles would be so much fun. BBCF had team battles, and I had a few streams and a few like different online experiences doing team battles, and they were so much fun. Everybody would gather up and they would choose their character and they would randomize which team you would be on. Sometimes I'd be on the blue team, sometimes I'd be on the red team. It was so much fun. I love doing those streams. I would definitely do it again BBTAG if they did do that. Nonetheless, I think the modes would be really, really fun to expand upon. And of course, I think one more thing as well, and that is of course a rematch button. The lobbies right now, they're just like the old school BB, where you have to go into a match. When you go into the player match, which is like a room, you set up a room, people go into the room, you play. After the game finishes, then you go back into the lobby, and you have to go back into the game. So I hope they add a rematch button. I think that would be super, super good. The fact that I have to see the outro and then all of a sudden hear bum 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 boo boo. Nonetheless, you get what I mean. We want a rematch button so we can just do like first to hundreds forever and ever without going back into the lobby. Maybe have the option for a 2 out of 3 and then you can cycle into the next person. Anyways, I think a lot more online modes and just expanding beyond just the regular 1v1 would be a fantastic little change that they could do to the online. Speaking of modes, we should talk more about those. Number 3, I would definitely add more modes in general. Not only the arcade mode, which is sorely missing in this game. I think any game, any fighting game that doesn't have an arcade mode is just weird. I don't know why they don't do arcade modes. I know that they do like different like survival modes, time attack. I think just the beauty of an arcade mode is just a fundamental thing for any person to be playing a fighting game. And of course, unlocking possibly an ending to coincide with the story that you just played, like an actual like different story mode, and then actually have arcade mode with different endings at the end. You can just put portraits and texts and maybe like the character narrating it. I mean, that's probably expensive now, but you could probably put something there that kind of explains what happened. Maybe have a narrator reading it, you know? That would, I'd be okay with something. Don't cuck us like Tekken 7 did, you know? Do like MK11 where, you know, you get a story mode and then you get arcade endings to kind of coincide with that story mode. Not only that, but let's have other special modes for single player. Not only that, but let's have other specific single player modes. Like for example, the legendary Grim of Abyss or Unlimited Mars. A specific game mode where you can go and you can like have special attributes for your team. I think that would be pretty nice. It doesn't have to be unlimited characters or Grim of Abyss. It just has to be something that's fun and that can have some challenge. So you have to put some attributes and some stat change items and such, you can actually progress through this little mode that you can do. And I mean, if you want to do unlimited characters, go for it. Some more modes that I'm thinking of as well is a room building mode. So in BBCF, they had, when you do like player matches and such, you go into somebody's room, they could customize that room with all sorts of different like items and portraits and furniture and dolls and plants and just all sorts of stuff. Now that they kind of 3D-ified things, it might be a little bit tougher to do it in 3D model realm. I don't know how it works really. However, it would be really cool to be able to customize your own, you know, that main central hub, or at least the hub where you, when you go into a player match, you actually get into a room. It's not the actual like hub, it's like an empty hub. So you can like put in like different stuff. You can set up your own room and such, and that would be really, really cool. You can customize it. You go into somebody's room and they have it all decked out and all sorts of different dolls, tapestry, arcade machines, chairs, whatever, things that you can emote and such. Stuff like that would be really cool. Like a room building mode was in BBCF, and it should definitely be in a game like BBTAG. And last but not least, the one mode that I definitely put in is a 2v2 co-op mode. I don't know why tag games don't think of this sooner. I think Dragon Ball FighterZ didn't have it at launch. I could be wrong about that. Don't quote me on that. However, it is sacrilege to not have a 2v2 mode in BBTAG. How could you not have something as cool as that? That would be so freaking dope to have like a 4-player like experience where everybody controls a character and you just go freaking crazy. I don't really want like a party mode. I don't want all characters on the screen like in Tekken, like Street Fighter Cross Tekken. I don't want that. I want a tag mode, 2v2, online and offline. Make it happen, Arc System. I think that would be so much fun. Oh my lord. Having just a whole bunch of different chaos. You know, you can tag yourself in if you want to. Screw it. I think it'd be so much fun. I would 100% do viewer battles in 2v2 mode. I think that would be so much fun. At number 2, I would definitely go with the main thing that I've been wanting for such a long time. One of two things, okay? Give me a color editor mode, but that's not gonna happen because they can't monetize a color creator mode. So because they have to monetize colors, and I can see that happening, they should definitely add more colors. I mean, come on. We only have, how much do we have right now? I think like 16, 14 maybe. I think 16 colors in grand total. I think they should add like 10, maybe another 16. Just do a ton of different colors, referencing a whole bunch of different characters that didn't make it in. Or maybe even just like color swaps between other characters, or referencing a completely different universe like Marvel or DC. I don't know if you can do that, but I'm just throwing out ideas in the air. More colors would 100% be more appreciative, maybe bringing back old ones from previous games. I don't think it's that hard to create colors and put them in BBTAG. I can do that right now in like 2 seconds. Also, the forgotten accessories. If you look at the screen for colors and customizing your character, your avatar, it says colors and accessories. So it says accessories there. So I'm just like super confused as to where they went. There's no accessories at all. And also no colors for the avatars. It'd be so cool to like customize your little avatar with different type of things like sunglasses and hats, or a sword, or like a backpack or something like that. Or maybe even have completely different avatars from completely different games and completely different franchises. Have some X-Blaze avatars, have some like K-Jun avatars, have a freaking Mario avatar. I don't care, just whatever, throw it out there and accessorize them, make them yours. You know what I mean? Had a whole bunch of items, sunglasses, glasses, hats, ponytails, different hair structure for your little avatar. It's so generic to see the same exact colored models running around in lobby. I think it'd be really cool to add not only colors, but also add items and accessories. That'd be super cool. Not only that, but add more titles, add more emblems, add more different designs to that. It's just so many different things that they could do here. And I really hope that this is one that I think is very much possible for them to do, because it's not I don't think it's that hard. I mean, I'm no game creator. However, creating colors is like the easiest thing in the world, and creating accessories I think would be really cool. As long, well, that's asking too much at this point. They'll probably monetize it, like items and stuff, but at least put some more in so you can keep the game fresh and keep the game, you know, oh, more colors? Oh, let's go. Let's add more colors. And Blazblue, there was 24 colors, man. 24. Where's our 24 colors? I mean, out of any other game to have a ton of different colors, that would be a tag game. A tag game like a battle royale between 4 different franchises in a tag team fighting game. You should most 100% have a ton of different colors for those characters. Bunch of Easter eggs and references that you could do would be fantastic. Nonetheless, I think that would definitely be just such a realistic thing to do for Arc System if they do decide to update it in some way or another. And the number one that I have to talk about, because it's been bugging me ever since I saw the game for the very first time, character select screen. The character select screen bugs me so much. It's so ugly. I mean, it's not ugly. It's like aesthetically pleasing to look at in terms of color schemes. This whole game is very colorful and very just like accurate and very pleasing to see in terms of the color schemes and how they kind of look. However, the structure of the character select screen has never bugged me so much in my life. And no other fighting game has ever like ticked me or like, you know, poked me in the shoulder or on the hand, just like a little pinch. It never has done, no other fighting game has done that, but BBTAG has. Just taking a look at it, the character select screen is just a mess. Not only do you have different columns for different characters and different franchises and such, but you also have to scroll over because one column has too many characters, aka Blazblue, so you have to like scroll over. So first and foremost, the first thing that's wrong with this character select screen, you can't see all the characters. That's already a huge no-no. You have to see, the first thing you see when you open up a character select screen is your characters. Every single one of them. You can just look at their portraits. It's like, oh, what's this? You're not gonna like scroll over and you all of a sudden like the other characters you saw before all of a sudden like go away. So you have to scroll over to be able to see the other ones. So I think they have to redo the entire character select screen. I don't know, they can keep the color scheme, they can keep the way that the you know, the portraits look on the character select screen, but like the structure, please rearrange it, fix it. And also like the different columns, that also bugs me. Because you have a column with 4 characters, and then you have a column with 2 different, like a button setting and then like a game setting. And then you have this humongous column that you have to scroll over to be able to see all the different characters. It just doesn't look, my OCD acts up every time. Like there's 4 columns, then there's 10, then there's another 10. And I'm just like, it's so empty. I don't know, I don't know what they have to do. They're probably never gonna do it. However, it just bugs me. And I hope they fix it. I'm just hoping. Also, the fact that we're getting Hearts as a different franchise, that means they're going to be adding another column that is only going to show one single character. She's going to be there by herself. I don't know if that's going to be permanent. Who knows? We'll see when more characters show up. However, that's going to bug me for the rest of my life. For the rest of the entirety of me playing this game. I'm going to see Heart all by herself in her own column. And I'm just going to be like, damn, Arc System. Damn. Also adding on to that, just having different like cool little things. Like for example, when you pick a character, you see their sprites similar to what you see right now, what you do right now. You see their sprites, you pick their color and everything. But when you pick your character, have there be like an info screen where you click the triangle button or something and you see their 3 assists. It just tells you right here. That would be really cool. It's very informative. Instead of going into a match and finding out yourself, you can actually see like an info screen. It's like, oh yeah, Ruby, she has gunshot, she has like a dashing strike for her neutral assist, and then she has a big old scythe swing or a big old scythe uppercut for her back assist. So I think that would be super neat to have. But among other things, I really hope they fix it. I'm gonna say this again, they probably won't do it. However, I really hope in the future, if they don't do anything BBTAG, none of this ever gets fulfilled. None of these things that the video explains, none of it gets fulfilled. I really hope that in future games that they'll fix it and they'll learn from BBTAG So when the next game shows up, for example, the next Blazblue, possibly Persona 5 fighting game, they can possibly just see this as a learning experience and just expand beyond that and just give us a fantastic fighting game. However, for the sake of BBTAG, I hope and I wish, I pray to the anime gods that they somehow repackage this game, or maybe even just update the game, similar to what they did with Street Fighter V Arcade Edition. If you already have the game, all you have to do is just update it. I don't know, I'm just throwing things out in the air. Don't listen to me about pricing and stuff, but I just want this game updated. I want this game to be a fun game, and just a game to, or a fun game when it comes to like single player stuff, and just, you don't have to go into online or reach out to somebody in Discord to have fun with this game. And in this day and age, with the game being in the state that it is right now, that's the only way to really have fun with this game. And I really hope that that changes. I wanted this to be a game where I can kind of go back and like, oh man, did you see that one part with that one gag reel? Or did you see that one color? Or did you see that one game mode that we can just do like 2v2s? Did you see that crazy freaking awesome character select screen with amazing music, and it's just awesome? I really wanted it to be this game. But this is, you know, excluding the gameplay. I really do like the gameplay, even though a lot of people have some gripes with it. I find it very fun, and they definitely hit the mark of what they wanted to do. Could they have done some things better? Yes. However, this is what came out gameplay wise, and I've accepted it, but I have not accepted it as everything else. Gameplay wise, this is the only thing I like about this game. Other than that, everything else is pretty average at best. So anyways, these are my thoughts. What do you guys think? What do you guys think of these changes that I came up with? Of course, you guys probably have the same ideas as I do, and if you don't, let me know. What else would you guys like to see from BBTAG, or would they like to change that's not gameplay oriented? But let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. I'll be looking at it and doing all that stuff. So I appreciate you guys clicking on the video. I'm getting out of here. Let me know what you guys think. Like I said, follow me on Twitter if you guys want to see anything from me or the channel. Subscribe to the channel for more BBTAG. The patch is almost among us, which is awesome. And of course, did I say subscribe already? Man, my brain is just not working. I'm just gonna say bye. Take it easy, everybody. Subscribe to the channel. I think I said that a third time. Oh my god. All right, bye guys. I need to get some sleep.